All right, let's go. How are you?
I'm great. How are you today?
I'm good. For everyone that doesn't know, this is our first podcast. My name is Michaela. I am initially a teacher, and I am currently an emotion code practitioner. And we'll kind of touch base on what exactly that is. But go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Michelle, and I am a Harmonic Egg custodian and owner. So my job is to take care of the harmonic egg and those that use it. As far as my profession, I'm an RN of like 45 years. Most of that time was spent in the emergency room with as much illness as you can imagine. And now I've
Oh,
decided that wellness is the way to go. So
all right.
that's kind of how I got here.
Yeah. It's a long journey. There's a lot more to
Yes,
that
and
story, but
yes,
let's
there
just,
is. There is a lot more to that story. So,
of course,
and more people involved. Yes.
it takes a village. It takes a village for sure. So today we're gonna kind of talk on the harmonic egg and what is the harmonic egg. So Michelle, go ahead and talk about that for a little bit.
Well, the harmonic egg is a wooden chamber in the shape of an egg, and it's probably about 11 feet long, 7 to 8 feet wide. So it's nice and cozy, but not to the point of where you would feel claustrophobic. And it's all made out of wood, which is the best thing for resonance. Anyway, there is a reclining chair inside the egg that you sit in, and the beauty of it is you are bathed in light and sound. And there are lights above you as well as below you, and sound all around you. And the whole concept of that, why light and sound?
Mm-hmm.
Well, light and sound have frequencies, and those frequencies from both of those different energy sources affect us. They affect all the cells in our body. So it really affects you physically, mentally, spiritually. It's the whole gamut. So that's kind of what the harmonic egg is. It's something very, very different, but it is not a new therapy. Not a new therapy at all. I think it's been a hidden therapy.
Yeah.
Um,
When you say
yes.
hidden, like why would you say specifically that? Like what's been hidden?
Well, I think our ancestors knew a lot more about how energy works. I think we are just kind of coming to that idea and concept with the technology we have. 5G emits frequencies. That's what makes our phones work.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes other things connect, our Wi-Fi, all of that. So that energy is in waves.
Mm-hmm.
So sound is in waves,
Mm-hmm.
and so is in light. So is light. And by the way, the light is also in different colors.
Mm-hmm.
So that also affects you. But the colors, let's talk. Can we just talk a little bit about maybe the colors that are used
Yeah,
and
so
how that works?
when you're saying like in the harmonic egg, there's
Mhm.
lights, there's special lights that are being used. And
Yes.
those times when everyone comes in for their own individual session, because every session is individualized, what is it? What's the purpose of having colors or like how does that affect your body?
Well, Well, let's talk a little bit about that. If I say the color blue to you, what do you feel? How does that make you feel?
I would say calm, a calm feeling.
Calm feeling,
Hmm.
relaxed. It's just it's kind of like if you see the ocean and feel that it's very calming and relaxing in that way. So
Mhm.
when I say the color red, what do you think?
Like fire, like this anger, I guess you would say, kind of energy. Powerful.
Powerful. It's like I'm waking you up instead of making you relax. I'm waking you up. Red stimulates you, orange does, so does yellow.
Mhm.
um, Green is actually considered a color that is more, well, we look at money, but we look at nature, and
Nature.
it is.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. So all these colors have something specific that they elicit with you,
Mhm.
um, and they also affect your body and your cells in a certain way. So if I had someone that maybe was having problems with their immune system and it wasn't working well, it needed to be boosted, I would probably look at some red lights. If I have
Mhm.
somebody that's anxious, I would be looking at blue lights.
Mhm.
So that's the purpose of the lights. And light, different colors have different frequencies. So,
Right, right. And these colors, they're helping stimulate your cells. Essentially, like we're aiming at the cells for these colors and how their energies being emitted into your body and how that kind of creates and like jumpstarts your cells essentially back onto the frequency.
yes. The first session is always what we call an autonomic nervous system kind of reboot, because your body automatically responds every day the way that it knows how to. And it's like it's
Mhm.
going down that road that's familiar.
Right.
Not necessarily is that the healthiest road. So what this does is usually it's very calming, and it's your blue colors and purples and that kind of thing. And it's just to kind of get you body realigned, to put it into a state of, oh man, do I feel good. So that actually is usually the first session. That's always the first session.
Mhm.
So
Makes sense.
that's kind of, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what the colors do, how they affect you. The sound is music.
Mhm.
So let's look at music. If I gave you drumming, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, a beat, I guess I would say. More of a beat.
It
Yeah.
stimulates you.
Mhm.
Again, if I needed to make something in your body and I needed to stimulate it, I would put drumming on, something that
Mhm.
has drumming in it.
Mhm.
Um, if I want you to be calm and relaxed, harp,
Mm.
violin,
Mhm.
piano, those kind of things are what help to relax you. So that's the kind of music that would be played.
Mhm.
So, and there's a wide range of music.
Mhm.
The one thing, go ahead.
I was gonna say, where exactly is this music coming from?
This music has been produced in conjunction with quite a few different composers through the person that developed the harmonic egg. So it is very specific to the harmonic egg.
Mhm.
It is not going to be like, let's go and listen to heavy metal, baby. No, it is definitely not that.
Mhm.
Um, the one thing it definitely does do is it does affect your body, usually helps you relax. Some people go to sleep. That's how relaxed they get. And that's perfectly fine. Everybody's got a different kind of experience with it.
Mhm.
So
So we
that's,
have the music is a key
mm-hmm.
part. We have lights, and you talked about how there's this specific sacred geometry that this egg has. What exactly? is that you're talking about?
Well, sacred geometry is something that's been around forever. And it is actually the shapes that we see in nature. Every bit of nature has a shape to it, just like snowflakes. If you look at the crystals, they
Mhm,
have shape.
mhm,
Um, and the energy that flows through those shapes is part of also this sacred geometry. And basically, it is connecting us and our cells that also have shapes that probably resonate the same as in nature. It is how they interact and how the universe interacts with it. So it is, I guess you could consider it almost a spiritual part of you that absolutely has to do also with your own healing, both physically and mentally. So that's part of sacred geometry. That's kind of a simple, very simple explanation. I guess if you look out in nature, when you look at flowers, you see patterns. You see patterns on plants.
mhm.
Um, there's
Yeah.
patterns on us as humans.
Mhm.
So it's part of that and understanding that. And it's a little bit of what's involved also in quantum physics, which more and more people are learning more about quantum physics and how that works. So it's absolutely amazing. So
Mhm. Yeah, of course.
and enlightening for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Everything in this egg is properly designed and it always has a purpose to what is exactly in that egg, right? So it has
Yes,
how many speakers are inside this egg?
there's actually two speakers, one at each end, and
Hmm.
there's also one that is underneath the chair that you are sitting in.
Hmm.
So you are literally bathed in the sound, but it has to also be at the right decibels so that it is affecting you appropriately. It's like when you walk in a room and the music is so loud that you can't stand it, that mentally is changing your energy for
Right.
certain. So
Everything is properly designed. Yeah.
yes. Yep. Exactly. And the other component of this egg that is absolutely imperative to your results is intention.
Hmm.
What is your intention in? What is it that you are needing or you're desiring for yourself, for
Hmm.
the situations you may be in your life? That is, it's kind of like prayer. It's a means of communicating. And that is something that each person, when they go inside the egg, um, needs to have their own personal intention
Hmm.
as to what it is that they want to get out of the session. And as I put it, communicate with the egg.
It's
So,
a deeper connection to yourself for sure.
oh, absolutely.
Having a session in the harmonic egg really is, it feels this deep relaxation that your
Mm-hmm.
body probably has not felt probably in a long time, if ever. And when you're going inside this egg, essentially the front, there's like this front door, it rolls out, right, on these rollers.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's easy access, going in and out of the egg. What other things does this egg
Well,
have?
the other thing that people need to know is that may feel like, oh, I don't know if I can sit in there. I might be claustrophobic. The door does not have to be shut for you to have the same experience.
Right.
It doesn't have to be shut at all. It is something that I can even go in the room and just sit in the room with the music playing and have wonderful effects.
Right.
So my own personal experience in the egg, The reason I went is because I had COVID and was fairly sick. My sister also had COVID and was extremely ill. So it was a means for us to get better, to recuperate. That was probably far better than anything that regular medicine could have given us. My sister basically was told that her lungs would never recover, and she's a very, very active person. So that was kind of like, I can't accept that.
Right.
But I have to tell you, the first time I went in the egg, the biggest thing for me, I wasn't as ill, but I certainly was very stressed because there was a lot going on at that point in our lives. And I went in the egg and I, I cried.
Right.
I cried the whole session because I had to release it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, it was wonderful, but I know when the person opened the door, she looked at me and went, "Oh my." And I said, "Oh, it's so much better."
Emotional release.
I still get a little teary eyed about the whole thing because I know exactly what it did for me. And I can remember going, I think
Thank
I
you.
need to have one of these. And thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
it was a big thank you. And just to kind of finish my sister's story, after probably about 5 sessions, because her husband also was sick with COVID and he was going to, she's fully recovered. She's out mountain biking, doing everything she did before. And truly, I would contribute that recovery to her sessions in the egg and what it brought to her, for sure.
A deep,
Absolutely.
a deep healing that's more than just
It,
even the physical, right? This is healing, the
oh,
emotional,
yes,
the spiritual
yes,
self, all of
absolutely.
all of these facets.
Absolutely. And it's not just for people. This can be
Mm.
used for pets as
Mm-hmm.
well.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few people that I know you're thinking, how would you get a pet in there? Well, some animals, small animals, can go in there. Another way to do a session is called remotely. That's another whole topic that we can discuss how that really works. But this definitely works for animals.
Mm-hmm.
Their sensitivity to the energy and the frequencies. Let's think about this. Dogs and cats, yeah,
Yeah.
they are very sensitive to
Mm-hmm.
that. There's a couple pieces when I play them, it's like the dogs can't get close enough to the room because it's so calming and blessing them. So that's another part of this harmonic egg that is beneficial. So
Yeah, well, I'm sure about that. Even you're saying about the backyard. In your backyard, the plants just went haywire, huh?
yes, my plants went, wow, what is this? We're loving that. I had sweet peas that were just all over the place, and I was lovingly giving them away to the clients as they came because the egg made them appear. That is for sure. So yes, it is actually, it can be used for the environment. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, it can be used for our environment. So that's another component. So,
All right.
and did you want to? We've talked a lot about the egg, but also, I don't know if you'd like to just discuss a little bit about the emotion code, because this is also a therapy that is so wonderful and does so much for people that we just have to get the word out,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. So not only do we have the harmonic egg here at the Power Within Wellness, but we have life coaching, a form of mindset coaching, and we have the emotion code, which kind of touch a little bit on this subject, and later on we can discuss more in detail. But the emotion code is a new form of energy healing, which is why when you hear it, you might just not know at all what that might be. There is a doctor, he's called Dr. Bradley Nelson, and he created this whole emotion code. And the emotion code essentially identifies trapped emotions within your body. And what exactly is a trapped emotion? Well, a trapped emotion is an energy. It's a form of energy. And what we can relate to is, and it's an emotion that we don't process on a conscious level. For
So it gets
example,
stuck. It gets stuck.
exactly. Yeah, and the
Okay.
reason though these energies or these emotions get stuck is because, for example, let's say you get you lose your keys. Okay? You can't find them in your house and you get angry and upset. And that anger keeps building up, but you just have to go to work still. So you kind of don't even have to process that. You still need to get to work, you still need to do all these other things. So essentially, that emotion that you had, that anger feeling, is now being stored and trapped within your body because you didn't
Right.
consciously become aware of that, of
Right.
what was going on, and
Well, we
processing
do.
and relieving that anger out of your body, right?
Right.
That's
Right. And it accumulates and eventually you get sick. That's what
well,
happens
yeah,
physically.
yeah, with the emotion code, these energies, depending on, how long and how old these energies are, but over time, if these like trapped emotions are stuck within your body and they're not addressed, they can result in physical ailments, mental blocks, physical
Right.
problems that you're experiencing, even your skin. Everything can be connected through an emotion that's stuck, because essentially our bodies are created to be healthy. Like, we're not meant to be
Absolutely.
sick, and
Absolutely.
there's so many things in this world that I could say that it's obvious that it makes you sick. And to even think about like cooking oil, all these oils like you see in the grocery stores, they look like something that belongs in a car, filling it up. And it's like, is my body a temple or is it a vehicle, like a car? Like, really, what is it? So, just to kind of touch back on the motion code, it is an amazing process that really helps essentially bring up these trapped emotions by me as a practitioner, connecting to you. And it's all distance on an energetic level so that your subconscious mind can communicate to me through yes or no muscle testing. And I'm relaying to you exactly what these emotions are that are stuck in your body, what age that they happened at, and even down to the month and year. Some of these things, it's amazing what the subconscious is capable of doing. And on an energetic level, me being able to connect to people,
Absolutely.
and 100%,
Yes.
there's results. There's no doubt.
Yes.
So
So,
these
yes.
two
And
facets are amazing.
yes, they are. And they work really well together because I've had several people that have come for sessions in the egg. And after, a few sessions, I'm looking and going, I think you could benefit maybe also from doing some stuff with the emotion code. And it's been amazing. The combination has given them excellent results, excellent results.
Mhm.
So these therapies, they're a blessing. They definitely are a blessing.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad that we're involved with this. We're that this is something that its time has come.
Mhm.
Its time has come.
Mhm.
We're now at a point where I think people are not quite as trusting of some of the medical professions and what's happening. And really, what we've been through in the last 3 years has been very difficult.
Mhm.
And I think we have this not really being able to really trust what is the best thing for me. And just like you said, your body is amazing. Your body knows how to heal itself. You give it the right things, the right energy, the right frequencies, the right thoughts, the right perspectives, the right intentions. You give it all those things. It it takes care of itself.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all things I think we do when we love ourselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think the time has come. I think that more and more people are opening their eyes to, yeah, there's energy on this planet. It affects me. There's the concept of frequencies isn't like woo 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 so much anymore. I think people are going, well, perhaps that is a way for me to, you know, be better, feel better, take care of myself.
Right.
So I'm
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's definitely something that
It's
its
time
time
for a
has come.
change. Yeah, it's time for a
Yep.
change. Well,
Yep.
I want to say thank you for having our first podcast today. Woohoo.
Yes.
And I'm really glad we
It
could
was fun.
touch about the harmonic egg and the emotion code. If you would like to learn more about the harmonic egg or emotion code or book a session, how should people go about doing that?
Well, you can go to our website. Our website has a lot of information that you can look at if you've got more questions. Um, so the website is powerwithinwellness.com. It's a
Perfect.
beautiful website, and I have you to thank for putting that together. Um,
It's a
we are
journey.
presently, it's a journey, and we're working also on getting a monthly type of newsletter. So just going over, our biggest job, Michaela, I think, is to educate people about this. And I think that's what we're doing, out of love for ourselves, those around us, the planet, our communities, our country, all of that. I think I know that's my why
Mhm.
with this whole concept and the harmonic egg and emotion code. That's what it's about for me. It's putting the
Perfect.
love and the light. We need to be the love and the light, right?
Right. Right, right.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we will see you next time. Stay tuned.
Perfect. I've enjoyed myself. Thanks.
Bye.